Okay. So yesterday we were discussing in detail about the self. What is the self and what is not self? Atman kya hai? Anatman kya hai? So I hope most of you must have got the whole picture. These are all very deep sessions and deep contemplative sessions because the whole practice of who am I, the whole practice of the last practice is this. It is simply being aware of the one who's aware. But it's not easy as it may sound. It looks very easy. I told you the reasons why it is not easy because the things that distract us, the mind, contents of the mind, the pull, outward pull, that outward pull cannot bring you to direct self inquiry. Though you might know the process, but the biggest challenge will be the desires. So, desires arise from ignorance. Why does desire arise? Because there is an ignorance feeling that what we see here is real. Whatever the five senses are showing us, the mind automatically assumes that it is real. Because the experience is so real, it will say this is it. But we have studied very clearly this is not the reality. Just one simple contemplation is the sleep. Because if it was really there, whatever we think we are, whatever this nama rupa, if we think this world is really there, then where does it disappear while we sleep? Where does it disappear while we are dead? I explained to you that death is a long sleep, and sleep is a small death. Sleep is a short death, and death is a long sleep. What is common in both? Sleep, short or long. मृत्यु में निद्रा होती है, लेकिन छोटी, कुछ देर के लिए. मृत्यु में लंबी निद्रा होती है. दोनों में क्या सिमिलरिटी क्या है? निद्रा. दोनों भी स्लीपी है. बोथ आर स्लीप. So in the state of sleep, what happens is we have to investigate. Here the direct inquiry, investigation यहीं पे सीधा चलता है. We cannot contemplate on these till you are caught up with your gods and religions and philosophies and this and that. क्योंकि वो बाह्य रूपी आपको अटका के रखेगा. You have to, your mind has to give up grasping on these objects. Your temples, your mosques, your churches, your fathers, your priests, your mediators, your teachers, your gurus, your saints. Till you are caught up with these things, you cannot do self inquiry. Because the mind is simply interested in something or the other. You might call it divine, but I call it a divine distraction. For you, it might be divine, but it is still a distraction because it is the mind is still holding on to something. Mind is illuminating some concept. Whatever it is illuminating, it is catching on that. So it remains stuck in that object and the experience with that object. I'm repeating. Mind catches whatever it focuses on. The moment mind catches, how do you know it? You're caught that. You'll start having experience with that object. That means mind has caught it. What is experience? You think of a sweet in your mind or some special dish that you like. It might come and go. That's not a problem. But how do you know when you have caught it or that object has caught your mind? The moment you start experiencing it, your mouth will water, urges will come, restlessness to go and get it. Few thoughts will come as to how to get it. That means you have caught that object. Mind has caught that object. Interaction will begin. This way, every single second or every kshana, moment to moment, mind is simply catching one after the other. Continuously. It will not let go. And here, what we're talking is when the mind is not interested in anything, it will not catch anything. When it doesn't catch anything, the awareness rests here. At that state of mind is ready for Atma Vichar. Are you getting it? That is why in Devi Kalutra, so much of emphasis given to give up all your concepts, your meditation, your chakras, your gods. Do you understand why it is this only? It is this reason only. Anything you catch, any divine thing you catch, you cannot get there. Shiva consciousness means pure awareness. Yesterday we discussed. So until you return to pure awareness, you cannot be in pure awareness means you cannot be in Shiva consciousness. Is that difficult to understand? Being in Shiva consciousness means being in pure awareness. When can you come in awareness? When this awareness is not busy holding this and that. When there is nothing to hold, I told yesterday, it will return back like a rubber band where it is. That's what I put that post today of Ramana, where he's telling very clearly there is nothing to realize in the self. You're already realized. There is absolutely nothing to realize. You are the realization. Self realization. Realization is awareness. Realizing, aware. Self realization means self aware. Self awareness only self realization. But why am I not self aware? Because awareness is on something other than the self. स्वयं को छोड़ के, आत्मन को छोड़ के और कोई अन्य चीज में जब सजगता, जागरूकता होती है, तो वो अन्य में रुचि आती है. अन्य के साथ मुठभेड़ शुरू हो जाता है. तो जब तक ये अन्य के साथ मन कुछ भी एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा है, जो भी एक्सपीरियंस हो, अच्छा हो, बुरा हो, जो भी है, अच्छे से अच्छा भी हो, दिव्य हो, भव्य हो, वो बिजी तो है, दिव्य चीजों में बिजी है वो. दिव्यता को भी जब छोड़ेंगे तब आत्म साक्षात्कार. सी, व्हेन यू गिव अप इवन डिविनिटी, then what remains is pure awareness, because divinity also is a concept. If I say meditate on divinity, we all in the room will have different kind of definitions about divinity. Somebody will say divinity is pure, somebody will say divinity is holy, somebody will say divinity is God, somebody will say divinity is consciousness. Now it all depends what are your definitions about consciousness, about God, about holy, about purity. क्या क्या आपने बना रखा है, उस कॉन्सेप्ट क्या बना रखा है. तो भगवान, if you say divinity is God, then what is God according to you? Or God is a white figure, a faceless figure, or God is a long beard person, or God is a blue skinned person, concepts. So when I say become divine, meditate on divine, you will meditate on a blue person, or a white person, or a bearded person, or a glowing person, or a white person. You are still in some concept. Whenever you are in concept, mind is active. क्योंकि ये अनुभूति कहाँ होती है सब चीजों का? अनुभूति मन में होती है, और मन सच्चा नहीं है. That's what we are trying to understand. Mind is not real. Mind is just a projection screen. That is why when it disappears at night, all your experience is gone for a toss. बताओ, रात को आपका परमात्मा किधर है? At night, where is your God? So can we agree that, whole day what you carry, the impression about God is just a thought about God. एक विचार है, एक बिलीफ है. वो बिलीफ जैसे ही गायब हो गया रात को, परमात्मा भी गायब. आपको भी पता नहीं आप कौन हो. Where are you? Who are you? Where is God? Even the falseness is lost. I am a father, mother, husband, wife, brother, sister. All these things, what is there? That also is lost when you are sleeping. All the objective world is lost. That is my brother, sister, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, father, mother, grandfather, whatever you identify outside, it's all gone. That is my friend, that's my enemy. That also goes. So subjective wrong experience of I am something also disappears. Because that subjective disappears, the objective also will disappear. Remember this. Objective cannot be there till subjective appears. Subjective यानी कि मेरा अपना स्वयं का एक्सपीरियंस. ऑब्जेक्टिव यानी कि ये मैं जिस पर भी बोध करता हूं, जिस पर भी ध्यान देता हूं, जो भी अन्य चीज पे मेरी दृष्टि, मेरा ध्यान चला जाता है, मेरी अनुभूति होती है. अनुभूति किसको हो रहा है? मुझे हो रहा है, वो सब्जेक्टिव कहते हैं. जिसको हो रहा है वो सब्जेक्टिव कहते हैं. जिस चीज का हो रहा है अनुभूति, उसको ऑब्जेक्टिव कहते हैं. कोई भी वस्तु, कोई भी विचार, वो सब ऑब्जेक्टिव आता है जिस चीज पे आप फोकस कर रहे हो. लेकिन कौन कर रहा है, किसको हो रहा है अनुभव, कौन विचार कर रहा है, द थिंकर इज सब्जेक्टिव, द थॉट इज ऑब्जेक्टिव. रिमेंबर दिस ऑलवेज. Until there is a subjective, you will never have an objective. पहले इसको प्रस्तुत होना है. This has to appear first. Only then that will appear. That is the Aanav Mal. When I, the false I appears, Aanav Mal, Maya Mala catches you. Objective world. Objective is Maya. उसके बाद तीसरा मल होता है जब सब्जेक्टिव और ऑब्जेक्टिव के बीच में इंटरेक्शन होता है. तो तीसरा मल शुरू होता है कर्म मल. कर्मा. Karma cannot begin until there is interaction between two. So the third cannot come without the second. Second cannot come without the first. बिना बिना मायाई मल कर्म मल नहीं आ सकता. और बिना आणव मल यानी कि मैं, मायाई मल नहीं आ सकता. Without the ego, the Maya will not appear. Maya appears to whom? किसको होता है माया का अनुभव? मुझे. मैं कौन? ईगो. So if I appears, I the ego appears, the world appears. The moment the world appears, I and the world interact. When we interact, there is an exchange of energy. I give something, I take something. वहां पे कार्मिक डेट शुरू हो जाता है. डेट, कर्म बंधन वहां से शुरू होता है. उसको तीसरे को कर्ममल बोलते हैं. एक बार ये कर्ममल आ गया, फिर पुनर्पि जन्मम पुनर्पि मरण. वहां से पूरा शुरू होता है सृष्टि. Now to end, reverse the game, to return back to God, because I'm not in God, right? Why I'm not in God? Because the I came. I am God, but I stepped out of that heaven to experience something. I am Shiva, but I wanted to experience the world. I take a step out, and that step out is called ego. That is the Tirobhav nature of Shiva. जानबूझ के स्वयं को भूलना, purposely forgetting itself, that nature in the Panchakritya is known as Tirobhav. When I forget myself, I become something else. And when I become something else, Aanav Mal has come. The moment I, the ego, come, the world appears to me. Moment world appears to me, I interact with the world. I get started with my karma, and there from my descent begins downwards. And I keep on gathering more karma, more the janmas. So to reverse the whole process, I leave it up to you. Can anybody tell me what do you do to reverse the process? Come on, you can just on the mic and start saying. Speak. The question is, from Aanav Mala, I की वजह से illusion came, Maya came, and Maya and मेरा interaction हो गया, then karma came, karma mala, and now I am going on, having many janmas. I am going far and far away from me, the godness. Now to return back to God, what are we to do? Is the question.
So, yeah, you have to reverse that
How?
by being aware about everything.
Okay. By being aware about everything. Is that enough to drop karma? Karma mala. We have come into karma mala.
भैया उसमें जब हम अनमल और कर्ममल में आगे चलते जाते हैं तो उस समय एक प्रत्याहार जो शिव का एक और कृत्य होता है, हमें शक्तिपात के रूप में वो कुछ होता है, तो हम एक बार उससे उस समय हमें अवेयर होना होता है हमें, तो वह फिर हम वापसी की ओर धकेलते हैं। उस समय हमें अगर उस अवेयरनेस को पकड़ लेते हैं कि ये शक्तिपात हमें वापस अंदर रिवर्स के लिए हो रहा है और हम उस पर लग जाते हैं, तब वो बैक
लेकिन
एक
रिवर्स
बार
कैसे
हमें
होता है? कैसे होगा? रिवर्स कैसे होगा?
Accept everything in awareness and acting aware. सब एक्सेप्ट करना चाहिए जो भी आता है वो, और अवेयरनेस में उसके लिए एक्ट करना चाहिए.
Okay, but we have 3 steps now. How that awareness is going to act on these 3 levels? Okay, don't put concepts. ये सब concepts है, आपने सीखा है ना कहीं से? तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल तिरोभाव हमने सीखा है, अवेयरनेस, एक्सेप्टेंस, फॉरगिवनेस, अनकंडीशनल लव सीखा है. All these things are concepts. I'm asking straight some practicality into this, because ये तो concepts हो गया ना. Maybe we have not even experienced it. ये सब concepts ही अभी तिरोभाव नेचर वो सब चीजें जो है, maybe we are not fully experienced it also.
हम लोग वो जो साधना और उसके द्वारा आनुमल को दूर कर सकते हैं, साधना द्वारा एंड वैकारी मध्यमा पश्यंती जो होता है तो वैकारी के माध्यम से करते हैं.
हाँ, तो साधना से आप कैसे आनुमल
साधना
मिटा सकते हैं?
जैसे जैसे हम चेतना हमारी ऊपर उठती है वैसे वैसे हमारा आनुमल रिलीज होता है. जैसे जैसे हम साधना करते जाते हैं, पाठ करते हैं, जो हमने
आनुमल
किया
क्या
है.
है?
आनुमल तो जो चेतना हमारी बहुत नीचे की अवस्था में होती है,
ना ना ना,
जो हमारी सांसारिक अवस्था.
नहीं, उसलिए हमको समझ नहीं आ रहा है. आनमल क्या है? मेन वही है. एनीबडी नोज व्हाट इज आनमल? इनर क्लेंजिंग. बाय इनर क्लेंजिंग व्हाट विल गो? ओके, ईगो, आई एम द बॉडी, दैट्स राइट. मैं का भाव, दैट्स राइट. That is what is Aanav Mal. Mal means impurity. Mal is ignorance. Okay. The first ignorance is what? The first ignorance is the ego. That is what Nisargadatta Maharaj says. The first mistake. You correct that first mistake, everything will go. Means that ego means identifying with the body. And then saying, I am this personality, and whole day living in that personality. I am 100% sure we all live in some personality. ये इतना आसान नहीं है. आप कितना भी साधना कर लो, कितना भी प्रैक्टिस कर लो, कितना भी अवेयर हो जाओ, कितना भी एक्सेप्टेंस कर लो, Tell me, don't you wake up in the morning as a mother, father, husband, wife? Don't you go to sleep as some identity? Don't you live the whole day with some identity? Personality crisis. That is the mistake. That in Christianity is known as the original sin. Christianity works on the philosophy of redeeming the original sin. The original sin is the first mistake. First mistake. That is the Aanav Mal. And who got that? Adam and Eve got it. Adam and Eve are not two entities somewhere in the heaven. It is our personality. Sat and Chit. Masculine and feminine. Shiva and Shakti. Two aspects of us only is Adam and Eve. So the first sin that they did was becoming body conscious. That is Adam and Eve story. Adam and Eve, when they were in the Garden of Eden, their eyes was closed. They were blind. Isn't it? That's how the Bible says. Bible और ये कोई अंतर नहीं है. It is perfectly this in sync. लेकिन लोगों को समझ नहीं आया. They think something else. It is just the same concept. जब परमात्मा आके इन दोनों को बोलते हैं, नर और नारी को, कि मैंने आपको ये जन्नत दिया है, ये जन्नत में खुश रहो. Be happy, you will be blissful. And they are blissful. They both are living. Adam and Eve in bliss. But they are blind. And God says, you do anything, but don't eat that fruit. वो फल नहीं खाना, एक पेड़ का फल नहीं खाना, बाकी सब आपके पास जितने अनगिनत फल है वो सब खा लो. You enjoy any fruit you want, whatever you want you do here, except that one tree is there, don't eat from there. And then the story goes that the snake comes and tempts that fruit given to Eve, the lady, means the feminine aspect of us. And she's tempted by it because the Satan, the evil, tempts. You eat this, you will get a lot of powers. You don't know what it is. They say we are blissful, we are so happy, contented. ये blissfulness क्या है? When you are blind, क्या होता है? You can't see, right? Means इंद्रिया काम नहीं कर रहे हैं. Aanav Mal is not yet come to them. Ego आया नहीं है. Identity नहीं है. They don't know who I am. They think I am nothingness, blank, darkness, चिदाकाशा. So they are living in nothingness, शून्य की अवस्था में हैं और खुश है, सच्चिदानंद. Now, when the fruit is given to them, tempted, there is a bigger thing, and that temptation is known as Ichha Shakti. You get tempted, right? Because of the Ichha, Kriya Shakti. So what is the Ichha? I want to experience something other than this nothingness. So the I is beginning to rise there. And then the fruit is given by the snake, by temptation, and she eats it. When she eats it, her eyes opens. When her eyes opens, she sees the beauty of the garden. What she has never seen before. Extraordinary things. The light, the stream, the waters, the mountains, the birds, many other fruits, the colors, the rainbows. Her senses become active. The smell, the taste, the touch, the hearing, the sound, everything opens up. And she says, indeed, this is a blessing. Oh my God. What an experience. ये क्या है? Aanav Mal, ego came. Ego came, five indriyas came, five indriyas opened up, and now next क्या हो गया? Maya Mal ने पकड़ लिया. देखो how clear this story is. When we are blind, means when the mind is not open, nothing can affect. That is the state of Shiva consciousness. So the first original sin was eating the fruit, they say. That fruit is Anamala. The ego appears there. The I comes. Suddenly, this lady sees this, and the lady goes and tempts the male. Eve goes and tempts Adam and says, you have to eat this fruit. He refuses first. She insists, I am experiencing something extraordinary. You must eat. And he eats. When he eats, he also becomes conscious of the world. And the first thing they become aware of is their own body. See how beautiful this example is. Both become aware of their body and their nakedness. Suddenly they feel shy, they go and hide themselves in the bush. दोनों छिप जाते, शर्म लज्जा आती है उनको. क्यों? उन्होंने अपनी अवस्था को जान लिया. That is called शरीर बोधा. Body consciousness came into them. Till now it was there? It was not there. Till now was there a male and female distinction था? नहीं. अद्वैत एक ही था. They only knew the soul. The moment Dvait came in, eyes opened, नर नारी हो गया, differentiation आ गया, मैं तू आ गया, and then all the avarana starts coming. You want to hide this fake personality now. See how beautiful that story is. And God comes there, upset. It's all very dramatic. Eh? It didn't happen, all these things real. This is all to teach us something very deep. And people got stuck in the stories. Like Ramayana, Mahabharata was told for us to know the secrets of our own life. And we got busy in the story. Stories का असर है ये आज जो हुआ है. All this is story impacts. Where has it gone? Have we realized we are Ram? Have we realized Sita is the mind? Have we realized the ego is Ravana in me only? नहीं. हम चले खोज पे, लंका में कहाँ है उनका खोज करने. It's all ego play. And to prove क्या होने वाला उसमें वो सब करके? Tell me, is anybody going to get mukti? मोक्षा किसी को मिल सकता है इन सब चीजों से? दूसरे जाति धर्म को नीचा करके अपना सर्वश्रेष्ठ बताने में किसी को मोक्ष मिला है? अप्लाइज टू ऑल धर्मस. ये सब आणव मल का चक्कर है, ईगो का, अहंकार का. अहंकार फंसाता है आदमी को, धर्म के नाम पे भी फंसा ही देता है. मुक्ति नहीं है उसमें. ये धर्म, रिलीजन, जाति, ये सब अगर बहुत इतना उच्च दर्जे का होता, इफ इट इज एट सच हाई स्टेटस, देन देयर शुड बी मोक्षा, लिबरेशन इन दैट. कितनी दिव्य दिव्य और कितना डिवाइन होना चाहिए. In fact, you will see the most lower nature in man there at that state. मार काट करने के लिए तैयार है. अहंकार के सारे आपको कलर्स वहां पे दिखेंगे. उल्टा होना चाहिए, right? If dharma is at so high, if it is close to God, then it should be godly. But बोध नहीं है अपने को. We are not conscious, we are not aware. इसलिए भगवान के नाम पे भी ये हो जाता है. So same here, be it Christianity, be it any ism, all are stuck in some or the other maya. All work on many other levels, but nobody talks about destroying the Aanamala. Aanamal, ego को मारने का कोई पात, कोई धर्म बोलता ही नहीं है. मैं को मिटाने की बात होती ही नहीं है. मैं छोड़ के सबको मिटाओ. टेल मी, वेयर इज द पाथ? एक पाथ दिखाओ मुझे, एक धर्म दिखाओ मुझे, एक रिलीजन दिखाओ, एक show me any cult, any path which makes everybody sit and concentrate on this I. This is your problem. You are the problem. Finish that, dissolve that. Show me one path, except the direct path, Arunachala Tattva. कोई पाथ है नहीं जो आणव मल को, ये आणव मल को मारने की बात होती है. साधना से आणव मल कटता नहीं है. फिर मैं कह रहा हूं, कितना भी मंत्र जाप कर लो, आणव मल नहीं कटेगा. कितना भी एक पैर पे खड़े हो जाओ, नहीं कटेगा. जब तक वो अहम को मारने की विधियां आप नहीं ढूंढते हो, टिल द टाइम यू फाइंड आउट वेज टू डिसॉल्व दैट आई हु स्टैंडिंग ऑन दैट वन लेग, हु इज सो मच काउंटिंग दैट 108 mantras, who is all the time thinking I did so much of sadhana, वो जो सोचता है, the one who feels I am a meditator, I am a devotee, I am a disciple, until that guy dies, Anamala, there is no liberation. No path teaches you this. Why? Because we are not ready. I told you, इतना आसान नहीं है Anamal को मारना. So that's why I asked that question. How will you reverse it? Anamal को मार नहीं सकते आप डायरेक्टली. तो हमारे हाथ में क्या बचता है? What is left in our hand? The most extreme karma. See, because Adam and Eve got that body consciousness, they became aware of the world and they got stuck in the world. They got busy now. They saw each other. Attraction हो गया. उससे पहले पता ही नहीं है सामने कोई है. The moment the man and woman saw each other, they reproduced. हो गया शुरू. कांड शुरू हो गया वहां से. The whole story begins from till there. It was only non-dual. From there, the whole thing. So that story tells us this original sin, how the Aanav Mal came, how the ego came. The ego comes, you catch, you have an identity, you are attracted to something outside, then you begin connecting with that. The moment you connect with that, karma begins. Karma is what? Give and take. You'll either give something, you'll take something from whatever you see. The moment you take something, you become indebted to give it back. That is the law of karma. Whatever you take, because that's the balance. You take means it is an imbalance. तो वो वापस देने तक आप बैलेंस नहीं हो पाते हो, न्यूट्रल में नहीं आ सकते. या इफ यू गिव समथिंग, यू हैव टू टेक नाउ बैक. You have to take it back. You have to receive it. If you don't receive it, you are imbalanced. So this automatic cosmic intelligence work, what you call as God is supreme intelligence. That tattva, its work is, God's work is only to balance and bring you to neutral, because when you are in neutral, you become God. The more karmas you have, the more you'll have janmas, you will go on. So please understand, when you say prarabdha karma hai mera, dukh bahut hai. What is that dukha? Dukha is nothing but balancing. जो दिया है अब लो. Whatever you have given, you have to take it. Whatever you have taken, you have to give it. So when I don't want to give, when I don't want to receive, I call that suffering. When the time was there to take, I took it. लिया मैंने. देने की बात आई तो मैं उसको सफरिंग कहता हूं. मैं आई कीप क्राइंग प्रारब्ध कर्मा. लेने का टाइम नहीं सोचा. While taking, I did not think of it. But while giving, I grumble. Or while giving, I did not think of it. But while taking, I grumble. I give a slap to somebody, I don't care. When I receive a slap back, I grumble. So, from that point of view, tell me, is karma a punishment? No, it is simply balancing itself. Why it is balancing? Because the day you balance everything, you are God. You become God. लेन देन खत्म हो गया, you will come back to neutrality. But now the question is, why is this not neutralizing? We all try to neutralize, right? ये what are these sadhanas? ये अभी आपने कहा ना साधना, ये सब साधना इस लेवल पे होता है, उस लेवल पे कोई साधना काम नहीं करता. ध्यान से सुनिएगा, इस सब चीजों को समझिएगा, नहीं तो हम सिर्फ भगत बन के बैठेंगे. गुरु के फोटो लगाते ही रह जाएंगे जिंदगी भर. गुरु का फोटो में कुछ नहीं होने वाला. तत्वबोध हो जाइए, तत्वबोध करिए इस सब चीजों को, और यह अज्ञानता मिटाइए आपका कि आपका फोटो कुछ करने वाला है. वो फोटो आया आपको ज्ञान देने के लिए, ज्ञान तो नहीं ले रहे हम, फोटो को लेके बैठे. तो फोटो का प्रदर्शन मत कीजिएगा, कुछ नहीं होने वाला, वो आपका भय. हम उसी चीज को प्रदर्शित करते हैं जहां हम अटके हुए हैं. Wherever we are stuck, that only we project, that only we show off. In fact, we are only showing off our weaknesses. And I am pointing there. I have nothing to do with your photo. तुम जो करना है करो. But I am telling you, बैठे किस लिए हो? Why are you sitting? You want to remove something and be free. So I am telling you where you are stuck. मेरा धर्म है बोलना आपको. कहाँ फंसे हो? I am not here to hurt people. मुझे क्या लेना देना किसी को hurt करके? आपकी जिंदगी. You live the way you want. What have I got to do with it? मुझे क्या मिलने वाला मेडल? But when you are sitting with some sincerity and stuck somewhere, it is my duty to tell you where are you stuck. And I am telling you from these teachings only. Where are you stuck? तो इन सब चीजों को गोली मारिए, सीधे तत्व पे आ जाइए, बात को गहराई से समझिए. Don't be stuck with these concepts. अनकंडीशनल लव का कॉन्सेप्ट, फॉरगिवनेस का कॉन्सेप्ट, एक्सेप्टेंस, करो ये सब चीजें. बट ये करने से आणव मल नहीं मिटता, ईगो नहीं जाने वाला इससे. यू कैन सी ऑल दीज पाथ्स who talk so much about this forgiveness, वो एक्सेप्टेंस, वो ये, उनका ईगो कहाँ मिटता है? बताओ. बोध ही नहीं है. वो अभी भी मेडिटेटर, शिव भक्त, हम ये धर्म के, वो धर्म के, फलाने ढिमकाने, हम ये योगी, इस रंग के, इस लॉकेट के, इस प्रकार के, इसी सब अज्ञानता आणवमल है. दिस इज आणवमल. निकालता है क्या कोई आणवमल? कौन सी साधना आणवमल मिटा रहा आपका? बताओ. आपकी साधना, आपकी आणवमल अभी तक मिटा नहीं पाया, ना मिटा रहा है. मिटाना छोड़ो, बोध भी नहीं करा रहा है उस चीज का. उसी घमंड में लेके हम चल रहे हैं. तो वो आणवमल मिटने वाला नहीं है साधनाओं से. मैं आपको कह रहा हूं, फिर कह रहा हूं. तो फिर साधनाओं का क्या फायदा? साधनाओं का फायदा ये है, एक लेवल आपका कार्मा मल मिट सकता है, एक लेवल तक आपका माया मल तक, वो एक लेवल तक वो भी. क्यों? ये कर्म किधर है? वेयर इज दिस कर्मा एंड वेयर इज दिस माया? इन योर माइंड, मन में आपका. तो मन का शुद्धि के लिए साधना करते हो आप. ध्यान से सुनिएगा. You are doing all these sadhanas, so called sadhanas, to only purify the mind, निर्मल मन करने के लिए, मन को शुद्ध करने के लिए. मन जब शुद्ध होता है, मन निश्चल होता है. सब कॉन्सेप्ट्स जब गिरना चाहिए, उसको मन की शुद्धि कहते हैं. मन की शुद्धि ये नहीं है. प्यूरिफिकेशन ऑफ माइंड इज नॉट क्लीनिंग डर्टी थॉट्स ओनली. आई रिपीट दिस अगेन एंड अगेन. यहां पे पूरा फंसा हुआ है, पूरा कल्ट फंसा हुआ है. दे थिंक प्यूरिफिकेशन ऑफ द माइंड मीन्स मेरे अंदर से जो गंदे विचार है उसको मिटाना है, मेरे गंदे आचरण को मिटाना है. रिमूविंग माई नेगेटिविटीज. ये बहुत बात करते हैं लोग, नेगेटिविटीज. पॉजिटिव बनो. अरे पॉजिटिविटी भी मल है. एनी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, एनी गुणा इज मल. आपका पॉजिटिविटी किस में आ गया? सत्व गुण में आया. हम क्या करते हैं? तमस को मिटाओ, रजस को मिटाओ, तमस को मिटाओ, रजस को मिटाओ, और सत्व बढ़ाते जाओ. मैं दिव्य भव्य, ये योगी, वो योगी, वो सत्व आ गया. मैं संत महात्मा, मैं सबसे बड़ा शिष्य, ये सब सत्व गुण है, डिवाइन. बट वो भी अटकन का ही कार्य, वो आणवमल है. बिकॉज यू आर नॉट इवन अ योगी. हम बोलते हैं आप भोगी नहीं हो, साधना करो, भोगी नहीं हो, साधना करो, रोगी नहीं हो. अरे साधना करो, योगी भी नहीं हो. वो नहीं मिटाएंगे, योगी रहेंगे. योगी बनो, भोगी और रोगी को मिटाओ. तो व्हाट यू आर टेलिंग? तमस रजस मिटाओ, बट सत्व को मेंटेन करो. सत्व को मेंटेन करना, दैट मेंटेन. व्हाट आर यू डूइंग? यू हैव टेकन अ न्यू आइडेंटिटी. आपने बोला मैं अब अज्ञानी नहीं हूं. I am not an ignorant person anymore because I have done 14 years of sadhana or 40 years of sadhana. And what are you now? Now I am a yogi. What have you done? You have transferred one title from ignorant to a yogi. आप क्या बने? भोगी थे, अभी आप बोलो मैं भोगी नहीं हूं, अब कौन हूं? अब मैं योगी हूं. आइडेंटिटी तो है वो. You are neither a bhogi nor a rogi nor a yogi. You are pure awareness. वो थोड़ा कठिन है. मेरी यात्रा वहां जाके रुकी थी, मैं मान नहीं रहा था. आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू गेट दैट. बट है ही नहीं, उसके आगे है ही नहीं कोई पड़ा. उधर ही गाड़ी रुक जाती है. इसलिए सबकी गाड़ी उधर ही ब्रेक मारती है. उसके बाद क्या? व्हाट विल दिस योगी डू? योगी क्या करेगा उसके बाद? योगी नया प्रॉब्लम्स लेके आएगा. दिव्य जगत के प्रॉब्लम्स, डिवाइन प्रॉब्लम्स he'll have now. Till the identity Aanav Mal is there, Maya Mala will catch you. Even the yogi is caught by Maya of the spiritual world. That is why glamour spirituality is born. ये कहां से आया ग्लैमर स्पिरिचुअलिटी? माया ही तो है. ग्लैमर मतलब माया, राइट? तो स्पिरिचुअल फील्ड को भी हमने ग्लैमराइज कर दिया. ये माया नहीं तो क्या है? इल्यूजन ही तो है ना. यू से यू गिव अप एवरीथिंग. माया है, सब माया है, छोड़ो, जगत को छोड़ो. And you give up all the world, everything and all, and then you build ashrams. Then you build communities. It is just a transfer from one illusion to the other. That's all. Because problems, I told you that yogi will have there also problems. ऐसा नहीं कि योगी मुक्त है, क्योंकि यहाँ आप जगत को मेंटेन कर रहे हो, आप वहां स्पिरिचुअलिटी को मेंटेन करो, वहां पे भी आए. Whatever you build, you have to maintain. And now you are caught up in maintenance of that. कौन सा साधना निपटाएगा बोलो, बताओ मुझे. Which sadhana is going to remove this? इसलिए बेकार की अंधभक्ति में ना बैठो. ज्ञान खोलो और इस क्वेश्चंस को पूछो जो मैं पूछ रहा हूं, खुद से पूछो. मैंने एक जमाने में पूछा. आई आस्क्ड माई सेल्फ, एंड द डे आई आस्क्ड माई सेल्फ द क्वेश्चंस, इट गॉट आंसर्ड. इफ यू डोंट आस्क, इट विल नॉट आंसर. नॉक एंड द डोर शैल बी ओपन, सीक एंड यू शैल फाइंड. जब तक हम नहीं खोजते, इसका हल नहीं मिलता. बाहर से कोई बताने से दिमाग में घुसेगा भी नहीं अपना, क्योंकि हमारा अंदर प्रश्न ही नहीं है इसका. Our questions are not there till there. Our questions are limited. So if somebody tells you higher truth also, you will either reject it या समझ नहीं आएगा, भेजे में घुसेगा ही नहीं, क्योंकि हमारे भीतर वो उठा ही नहीं है, उस लेवल पे जाके खोजा ही नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि पूरा झुंड बाहर पे वही दिखता है. तो हमको उसके आगे जाने का कुछ शौक नहीं है. डरावना जोन है, कोई जाता नहीं है. तो साधनास और मेडिटेशंस और प्रैक्टिसेस और टीचिंग्स और फिलॉसफीज, ये सब जो आपने अभी बताया, इट इज ऑल गुड, इट इज करेक्ट, बट इट विल नॉट इरेडिकेट Aanav Mal. It will help moving towards that zone. What it will help, like all you gave correct answers, but it will give only in these karma mala and maya mala. Karma, see, all your tapasya, whatever you do, forgiveness, ये क्या है? Aren't you balancing the karma? किसी को कुछ किया या किसी ने कुछ आपको किया, somebody did something to you or you did something to someone, now you forgive that time. What are you doing? Aren't you balancing that? If you don't balance, nature will balance it. Then that is suffering. Hey, why the hell these people in my life? That is because you didn't do the work, nature is doing it. If you take up that work, before nature gives you back what you call as punishment or prarabdha, you are cleaning it. So the more you forgive, the more you are balancing everywhere. The more you accept everybody, you're balancing. Acceptance में क्या होता है? You did something wrong to somebody, and now that person is giving it back to you. You are accepting it, that person the way it is. What you are doing, you are not taking it to heart. If you take it to heart, you will take another sword. Next, Rakta Bija. One new karma will come. So with acceptance, what? You are bearing it. Forbearance, tolerance. This is a science of that. An unconditional love is again that only. You overlook all the flaws of everybody. So forgiveness, acceptance, unconditional love, these three or any other teachings, they will only help you balance karma. Karma mal mitta hai. Anamal nahi hai. Anamal is way far. You cannot directly go to Anamala. ये भी मैं आपको कह रहा हूँ. Nobody can say that, oh, I, the ego has come personality. मेरा individuality है. चलो, ये कर्म को मारो गोली, माया मारो गोली. I'll go and meditate on that I. नहीं होगा. Try it. Because the power of karma and the power of Maya will throw you back again and again. You have to keep cleansing this. That is why you have all these paths. साधना करो, तपस करो, ये करो, वो करो, कुंडलिनी करो, शक्तिपात करो, हीलिंग करो, टीचिंग्स पे फॉलो अप करो, सेवा करो, मंत्र जाप करो, यंत्र तंत्र मंत्र, ये सब चीजें, इन सब चीजों को बैलेंस करना है यहाँ पे. कर्ममल, ये सब कर्ममल पे ये करता है, वर्क करता है. दैट इज आणवोपाया. आणवोपाया मेथड व्हाट शिवा गेव इन शिव सूत्रस. सारे मेथड, यंत्र तंत्र मंत्र, दिस ऑल आणवोपाय. साफ सफाई करो. To a large extent, when that is cleaned, this karma drama, then now you have awareness to pay attention to this Maya. You cannot directly hit the Maya till you have lain there. Right? Try to directly say, this is Maya, I'll not get involved in it, or things like that. Suddenly a thought will come of your enemy and you'll shake. Maya will come into action. How much ever you do, it will come. You say, ये सब माया है, मोह माया है, and you sit in the house and you are meditating. And then your wife will scream for them from there, your mother-in-law will say something. And back you're back into that maya only, before you know it. So you cannot dodge these things. उसके लिए ये जन्म जन्म जाता है इसमें. How many lifetimes goes in slowly washing off all the religions which are there. They do not give you enlightenment directly. No religion deals directly with Aanav Mal, including the religions that talk of the original sin. They have no remedies to remove the Aanav Mal. But they can give you a lot of good preaching. Preaching as to love thy neighbor, honor thy father and mother. Do not covet your neighbor's wife or your neighbor's goods. मतलब बगल के छोरी पर ध्यान मत दो, किसी और की छोरी या छोरा पे ध्यान मत दो. आस्थे जो आपका नहीं है उस पे ध्यान मत दो. That is Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it is there. In 10 commandments in Bible also it is there. Do not covet your neighbor's wife or your neighbor's goods. Goods also, the things which are there. We have not cleaned all this. Have we cleaned this? ये basics है. However committed we are, still our eyes will be wandering there. So what if the partner does not see it? Your eyes might be still, but your mind is wandering. Whom are we fooling? There is a lot of work to do on this ground level. Then only further we can talk about Maya level. But what we do is, we skip all these things. अनदेखा करते, जैसे बिल्ली को लगता है ना आंख बंद करके पी रहा तो कोई नहीं देख रहा उसको, ऐसा लगता है. It doesn't work. That is why this awareness. Because awareness means being self-conscious. All the time you are conscious about what you do, what you rectify it from there. Deep sincerity honi chahiye, authenticity. Then only you can progress on the paths. Then only you can come to the direct path. ये direct path है. Direct path जो हम बात कर रहे हैं ना यहाँ पे, रमणा तत्व. This is working on Aanav Mal, killing the ego, losing identity completely. Now you see how much ever we teach that also, if your basics are not strong, you cannot understand this. ये भाग क्यों जाते हैं लोग? Why do people run from here when they listen to this? Because they are not ready. It's very disturbing. Higher truths is very disturbing. अच्छा नहीं लगता, सुनने को मजा नहीं आता. खासकर मजे करने वाले को तो बिल्कुल मजा नहीं आता. मजा का सर्वनाश हो जाता. So it breaks everything, and that is why the direct path is not easy, and you will not see this much in the world. World में there are many other paths, because वो कर्ममल पे है ज्यादा. You look at all the paths, you analyze whatever I'm saying. Take a pen and paper and analyze everything and chalk out. You'll come to all the paths. Maximum they work on karma level, karmamal. So that impurity, karma mala, that impurity mala does not mean dirty. हम बोलते हैं ना negativeness. Negativity से कोई लेन देन नहीं है. It simply means, mala means anything other than the self is mala. Dirt. Anything other than God, pure consciousness, the pure awareness that I am. Anything other than, you put anything other than that into this awareness, that is called mala. Dirt. Even if you put a God concept, it is dirt there. You put anything there, it is a dirt. That is why we spoke about Shuddha Vidya, Ashuddha Vidya. I am taking help of scriptures, otherwise people will try to persecute me. I am not saying anything, your scriptures only are saying it. Shiva Sutras talks about Shuddha Vidya and Ashuddha Vidya. Shuddha Vidya is only that about the self. Anything other than the self is Ashuddha Vidya. However divine that is, concepts. And Sarva Gyanottara, what does Shiva say? And even Devi Kalottara, Gyan Bhairav Tantra, all these documents, see, anything other than me, you will not get it. Your awareness should only be on the Shiva consciousness. Any other one thought also, you lose Shiva consciousness. Even if it is about your path, about your guru, about an ascended master, even about Ramana. You think about Ramana, you cannot have Shiva. Why? Because it's a thought. Ramana is in your mind. That's what I'm trying to tell. Kitna bhi divine ho, thought hai. Thought is a mala. People have to educate themselves on this very clearly. Because mala, they feel only negative. Positive is not a mala. No, on this level, everything is a mala. Because mala means anything that keeps you away from that pure God consciousness is mala. So in that three segments are these three malas. It's our journey, how we have come down here. Why are we stuck? We have to understand this. From what is projecting, how have I ended up here? We only talk about lende, forgive, accept, and love thy neighbor. Can you love thy neighbor? You have to find out, why am I not able to love my neighbor? Then you are doing a deep investigation. Now the simple question is, I cannot love my neighbor or I cannot love my enemy. When does this enemy appear? Enemy is a problem, we say. But here we are learning enemy is not a problem, you are a problem. It is simply saying because you appear, your enemy appears in you. Without you appearing first, the enemy cannot appear. In sleep, where is the enemy? It's not there. Why? Because you are not there. So no enemy. Morning you wake up, first thought comes about your enemy. You woke up first. Then your enemy woke up in you. You are the problem. That you waking up, that is Aanav Mal. So here in the direct path, we go straight to the root cause. That is why it is called direct path. Straight, jad ka fasad ka jad jo bhi hai. Hit that root. destroy the I, all the problems will destroy, because all the problems are connected to this I. I comes, Maya comes, karma comes. I, illusion, karma. These are the three malas. I, the ego, because I, the ego, wake up in the morning, thoughts come about the world, I see through the five senses, I interact with these five senses, and the moment I interact, the moment my mind, ego comes out, I see all these things. And this looks so real. That is why Adam and Eve, they got stuck. It's so real. It is not real. Because what is real? Real का definition ये है जो हमेशा रहेगा, which was always there. No birth, no death. That is real. And what is false? असत्य क्या है? Anything that keeps coming and going, anything that changes. Anything that changes cannot be real. Real कैसे हो सकता है? Because it's changing all the time. How can it be real? Ravana, he converted to a yogi, monk, and called out Sita, Bhikshande. One moment he's Ravana, one moment he's a monk, yogi. कौन सा सत्य है? Transitioning nature. Whatever changes, that cannot be real. So Ravana is not real. Because he's subject to change. He can change anytime. Gods and goddesses can change. Nam, Rupa, they can change. In your head, they can come in different forms. That's not real. Because they are the appearances. Then what is real? Only this pure consciousness, pure awareness, that has never changed. That will never change. The Atman, the Akasha, Chidakasha can never change. It was always there, without a beginning, without an end. And it doesn't change. Pure awareness doesn't change in any structure, any manner. It is simply that pure awareness. And it is always there, permanent. So anything, the only thing that is real is this pure consciousness. Rest, all that comes in that Akasha and goes are temporary and fake. Due to many reasons, many ways, these things appear and disappear. Like I appear. Is this body real? Tomorrow it will die and it will get in विलीन, पंचमहाभूत में विलीन हो जाएगा. कौन सा रियल वो? आया और गया. So when I consider this real, when it is not real, when I consider it real, that is called Maya, illusion. Power of illusion. मन का वो प्रवृत्ति इतना तेज करता है, it will make you believe it is real. When it is not real, it will make you believe it is real. So when I believe this body is real, automatically I will believe all the bodies around me also are real. Same nature it is. That is called Maya. Thinking I am real, thinking all things around me are real. The moment you think this false, ये गलत फहमी जब हो जाती है कि ये भी सत्य है, वो सत्य है, जगत सत्य है, वहां से कर्म शुरू होता है. Next Maya catches you, next karma catches you, next mala, impurity catches you. So we are trying to understand, why is this karma catching me? Karma is catching me because of this illusion. Because I feel it is real, and then I go and indulge in it, then I get caught up in karma. So the cause of karma mala is Maya mala. Illusion is the cause of why I'm creating more karmas again and again. And what is the cause of illusion? Maya का क्या कारण है? I, the ego. Because ego appears, this world appears real, like Adam and Eve. So God comes and tells Adam and Eve, get up. You have violated. I told you not to eat that fruit. You ate it. Now no place for you here in the Garden of Eden. Jannat में कोई जगह नहीं. निकलो. And they were sent, the story, they were sent to earth. वही है. Same story है. How we ended up in Bhuloka. We are supposed to be in Shivaloka. or Brahma Loka, whichever of your Loka is that highest one. That is the Garden of Eden. उसी को जन्नत कहते हैं. So from there we have come to Bhuloka. Why? The same story. Body consciousness. We can go below this also. That is hell. Narakaloka, Patal Loka, Tal, Vital, Sutal, Atal, whatever. All those lower 7 dimensions. Talatal, Patal, all those lokas. Depending on how strong this Maya is becoming. जितना strong Maya बनती है, illusion बनता है, उतना strong मेरा कर्म. I will get involved in this world. जितना जटिल कर्म, उतना लोड ज्यादा, उतना भोग ज्यादा. You become heavy. The more heavy, the more lower you go. So the play of consciousness is all this. We jump out from God consciousness and we keep traveling up and down. Sometimes down, one janma we are down, then one janma we learn, we come up, second janma again we to go down, we go even down. From there again we rise up. So this up and down is the movement of Kundalini in the Sushumna. From Sastrara, Garden of Eden, Shivaloka, to the lowest Loka, down there Muladhara. So what you guys talk so much about this Shaktipat and the Kundalini moving upward, now it is in Manipura, and this is that journey only, which is going on. Upar niche, upar niche, upar niche. That is why symbolically that is only said when your whole consciousness reaches Sahasrara, your moksha. That is only the whole thing about Sita, the mind that has gone to that lowest loka by the influence of Ravana, ego, the same, Aanav Mal. That is the cause, which takes you to the bottom pit. So when you purify the mind, Chitta Shuddhi, through all the Aanav Mal sadhanas, the Kundalini starts rising. Means mind becomes purer and purer. The day the mind, Sita, becomes pure, Nischal Man, Nirmal Man. Nirmal is pure mind. Sita is pure mind. She has to become pure. How does she become pure? She has to go through the Agni Pariksha. What is Agni Pariksha? Shivagni. This Gyan ka Agni, Gyanagni. Gyan Chakshu se jo Gyan Agni nikalta hai. The power of this wisdom burns all the mala in the mind. Karma mala, Maya mala. जब दोनों भी मिटता है तो वो मन निर्मल होता है. That is Sita purifying herself in this Agni, Yanagni. Then only she can pass and go to Ram. Ram Raje. It's all symbolical. But we get stuck up in the characters than the essence of those characters. Messengers come. Who are the teachers? Who are the gurus? They are messengers. What do messengers bring? The message. What are all these messages? But who's bothered about the message? All are catching the messenger. Photo लगा लो. अरे वो फोटो वाले का मैसेज तो समझो यार. फोटो वाले का मैसेज ही ये है कि मुझे इस फोटो से मुक्त करो. Why is he telling that? He is giving the highest jnana of Aanav Mal. मैं शरीर नहीं हूं, यानी मैं आणाव मल नहीं हूं. गुरु चीख चीख के चिल्ला रहा है, लेकिन हमको फोटो फ्रेम करने से फुर्सत नहीं है. नहीं, हम आपको फोटो में कैद करके ही रहेंगे. आप शरीर ही हो, ये रंग रूप है आपका. इसको देखे बिना, आपके शरीर को देखे बिना मुझे चैन नहीं आता. मुझे मल में ही बैठना है. मुझे इस मायाई मल और फिर उसके बाद कर्म मल, इसी में फंसे रहना है. आई वांट टू स्टे स्टक इन दिस. आई डोंट वांट टू इरेडिकेट. और फोटो में से भी चीख चीख के वही आवाज आ रही है. आई एम द मैसेंजर, कैच माई मैसेज. नॉट द मैसेंजर, कैच द मैसेज. लेकिन हमारा बुद्धि भ्रष्ट, भ्रांत बुद्धि. उठना भी नहीं है उससे, कितना भी बोलो, कितना भी समझाओ, उठेंगे नहीं। और हमको जाना है मोक्ष की ओर, हमको चाहिए आत्म साक्षात्कार। सो विधियां जो बताइए, ऑल द सजेशंस, ऑल द हायर टीचिंग विच आर गिवन, वो फॉलो नहीं करना है। सो हाउ डिफिकल्ट इट इज। देवी कालोत्र तो छुएंगे भी नहीं ऐसे लोग, अगर छू लिया तो फॉलो करो। देवी कालोत्रा इसके लिए नहीं है कि मैंने बुक पढ़ लिया, मैंने कोर्स कर लिया, एंड यू टेल 10 पीपल मैंने ना देवी कालोत्रा पढ़ लिया, उतार लिया है क्या? उतार, has that sunk into me, then you can say I have done देवी कालोत्रा। विज्ञान भैरव तंत्र मैंने किया, उतरा है क्या? In Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, he is clearly telling, I am not your Ardha Chandra, I am not your Shiva, I am not your Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha. I am none of these things. हे पार्वती, कॉन्सेप्ट से बोल रहे हो, क्लियर बोल रहे हैं, शिव ही बोल रहे हैं। विज्ञान भैरव तंत्र खोल के पढ़ो, इज टेलिंग दीज आर ऑल कॉन्सेप्ट, छोड़ दो इसको। फिर आपने दिया ही क्यों? व्हाई डिड यू गिव इट? ये भ्रांत बुद्धियों के लिए, दिस ऑल फॉर द डल इंटेलेक्ट, डल माइंड्स, दे नीड कॉन्सेप्ट्स, उसके बिना उनका सर्वाइवल नहीं है। सो मैंने ही दिया उनको, पकड़ो, कुछ तो पकड़ो आधार। दैट इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप, आनव मल। धीरे धीरे शुद्धिकरण होते आएगा, चित्त शुद्धि हो जाएगा, तब आपको समझ आएगा, मेरी कृपा से समझ आएगा, उठते जाओ। तो उनकी कृपा कहां से है? मैसेंजर ही लाएंगे आपको। योर गुरुज, ऑल द गुरुज, दे ओनली ब्रिंग दीज मैसेज, बट सुनना किसको है? दैट इज व्हाई वी रिमेन स्टक। दैट इज व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग, अंटिल यू, निर्मल मन जब तक नहीं होता आपका नहीं होगा। वो थोड़ा थोड़ा आपको ट्रेलर दिखेगा, आपको लगेगा आप पहुंच गए, दैट्स अनदर बिग माया। दैट फीलिंग, बी वेरी केयरफुल, वी ऑल गो थ्रू इट। वो एक फीलिंग आता है, मैं पहुंच गया, now nothing is there, now it's very simple, try it for some time, you'll come to know they are just momentary glimpses। हमने ये सब देखा है, been seeing all this years, you check it out if you want। After some time you'll feel unstable, sometime you'll feel, where did all that experience go, where the hell did that go? And here karma is standing, karma mala is right in front of me, and I am affected by the karma mala, the maya mala. Oh my god, what happened? You'll say nothing happened, it is all right only, सब अच्छा ही है। वो ग्लिम्स मिला आपको, ग्लिम्स को आपने सीरियस समझ लिया। What did we learn in Shambhala webinar? Whoever did Shambhala webinar, all the Shambhala masters, who are the masters? Sapta Rishis only. So we had discussed how every Rishis ka teachings क्या है, हमने अमल किया था उसपे, and we did their practices also. Shambhala ka, the sacred secret practices of Shambhala. I have not put that in course because that was just a complimentary webinar we did for. I didn't keep recordings, I didn't keep anything there. Courses. In that, one of the Rishi very clearly told that you will have something called enlightenment. But there are two types of enlightenment. एक enlightenment है intellectual enlightenment. Intellectually आपको सब clear हो गया. You will get all, everything clear, crystal clear. You'll say, yes, I got it. बोलने से पहले आपको समझ आता. That is called illumination of the intellect. But they want, don't stop there. You might feel पहुंच गए. Second is experiential enlightenment. Whatever you have intellectually understood becomes your experience. We must not stop till then. Not even after that, you must stop. Till the Aanav Mal is over, the journey doesn't end. Till even a fraction of I, even if you become the greatest saint tomorrow, and if you have that little feeling that I am here, the saint here, and people are coming to see me, the saint. There is Aanav Mal there. So actually, the journey doesn't stop even for saints. There is something beyond it. So these teachings of Ramana are very, very precious, very, very, very precious. Only the people who are seeking the truth and real liberation will understand the value of this. Rest all are only trying to make some way out of it. They think direct path karne se, Ramana ko follow karne se, teachings ko, they will get rid of their problems. Yes, it will get rid of your problems, but not until that I goes. So it is simply telling, वो मेन कारण जो है I, आनम मला, उसको मिटाओ, प्रॉब्लम्स भी मिट जाए. Because that state is a state which you can see very clearly. It is not that you have not experienced that state. हम में से सब लोगों ने, हर एक, even the ignorant person has experienced that state when the I does not exist and no problems exist. Sleep. सब लोग सोते हैं. It's a direct experience ki when I is not there, world is not there, Maya is not there, karma is not there. Na Maya malay, na karma malay. Even if you store it, you might say, no, but there in the morning, tomorrow morning, that problem, karma will come back, right? If you have a disease, if you have illness, that is karma mala, right? It will have impact on your body or whatever. But when you sleep, notice this carefully, even that illness vanishes. रोग, सोने वाले को कहाँ रोग होता है? There is nothing in that zone. That itself shows that karma mala and maya mala only have power only when this I power is there. Those have the power to stick to that. If this vanishes, that also goes. And that is what the precious teachings of Ramana is. Practice, I say, karo, shift into awareness, keep shifting into awareness. Awareness is your real nature, your real structure. Awareness, when it is only pure awareness, is the minus ego point. So when you are really shifted into and living in that awareness, that is what Ramana is calling abiding in the self. When you abide in the self, he says at that point of experience, karma cannot affect you, which even Ramana demonstrated when his body is undergoing an operation, even without an anesthesia, is sitting there. Why it is not affecting? Because it's a sleep state. In sleep, you don't have pain. Even if you have pain somewhere in the body, the moment you go to sleep, the pain goes. I goes, ego goes, pain goes. Mind goes, pain goes. Mind mein hota hai pain. Pain is not in the body. The organ that intercepts pain is the brain. You might say it is my finger is paining. But until your brain intercepts it, you cannot have pain. Suppose there is paralysis in some place. There is numbness in some place. वहां पेन रहा, घाव रहा, तो भी the brain cannot, because disconnect हो गया, coordination नहीं है, तो brain cannot catch that. तो brain cannot understand pain, though it is a part of your body. Same way, the soul cannot catch the problems. It cannot catch the effect of karma. Karma phala nahi pakad sakta. And that is the precious teaching. What is trying to say? You abide in the self. Ramana is telling again and again, don't keep pondering again about my karma and this and that and all that. It's a direct path. You allow those things where it is like at night, you allow your body, your illness, your problems, your headaches, everything, it is there, but you shift into sleep at that time. So he is telling, shift into that samadhi, shift into that awareness again and again. So how much ever you shift into that awareness, you are free of it. And that is what we are training here. You can see whenever you do these practices, these are not direct practice. Shifting into awareness begins there. What we are doing here is Shaktopaya, mind level. थर्ड लेवल जो आप बोल रहे हो आणव मल, to clean that, you come to doing, there is no sadhana there. To dissolve the ego, all the sadhanas have to stop. You have to take all your awareness of all the doings. Sadhana, the doer. Doer is the ego. You stop all from the doing and you become aware of the doer. That is the sadhana there. वहां करना कुछ नहीं है, सिर्फ छोड़ना, वो साधना नहीं है. You can call that a higher sadhana, but हमारे language में sadhana means do this, do that. ये doing बंद होना चाहिए. So I'm telling, no sadhana can remove Aanav Mal. Giving up of sadhana and just abiding in what remains, that only can take out the Aanav Mal. See, today I had to post this. Tomorrow I'll post this, or maybe tonight I'll post it. Nisargadatta Maharaj telling. What did I say in this today's satsang? For problems to come, first I have to come. Enemy to come, I have to come. If I come only, there is an enemy. If I come, there is a friend. I come, there is a problem. I come, there is my family. There is all my family dramas. If I don't come, you go to sleep at night, all your family dramas are gone. If you don't wake up in the morning, will your family come back? It is no more in your existence. You're gone. It's gone. A deeper sleep. So that is called illusion. Because it's there now, it will not be there tomorrow. So if I come, all my problems will come. So who's the problem? My ego is the problem of everything. So in the direct path, when you come to the direct path, there is no blaming. इसलिए हम यहाँ पे कभी बात नहीं करते. No victim zone. No circumstances did this, they did this, that people did this, my life was like that, this is all karma coming back. Karma mal में फंसे हैं. And why? Because of ego. The one who realizes it will make all attempts to move towards that and destroy the root. So if I exist, now listen, finally before ending, I'll tell the same thing, deeper. If I come, my problem comes. If I come, Maya comes. If I come, my karma comes. If I don't exist, neither karma exists, neither illusion exists. Are you clear? Hai? Now Nisargadatta Maharaj is saying, for God to exist, you must be there first. Without you, God cannot exist. Okay? फिर पढ़ रहा हूँ निसर्गदत्त महाराज. I'll post it today. For God to exist, you must be there first. Without you, God cannot exist. परमात्मा को या भगवान को होने के लिए पहले आपको होना चाहिए. आप है तो फिर भगवान है. रात को कहाँ है भगवान? That is what I asked in the starting. Where is God in your sleep? When you awaken, your God appears in your head. And what is that God? Concepts. This is Nisargadatta Maharaj. These are very high teachings, very, very high, deep teachings. So it will not appeal to anybody, but still I'm going to post today's session in YouTube. Let people become aware that the journey doesn't end in all that. There is a journey more deeper. Let people be aware what is direct path, what is Ramana's teachings. It's not just ordinary some teaching and another path. Nay, it is the culmination because that is Arunachala. Arunachala is Shiva himself. The whole concept of Arunachala means what? The hill that is still. No more shaking. The Shiva that is still. The Shiva that is still. Shiva doesn't shake. Shiva is in deep awareness with eyes closed. I told you, right? 3 interpretations of Shiva. According to our whims and fancies, we fancies our reflection of that God. Shiva is eyes closed. In some people's home, you'll see eyes closed. In some people's home, you'll see Shiva is eyes open with the hands like this, blessing. Tathastu. And in some homes, you'll see photo half closed, adha khula. We are here on the direct path, only talking about the Shiva that is sitting with the eyes closed, completely disconnected with Maya and karma, self-absorbed, self-aware. That is the direct path. Why do we have Shiva with the eyes open and hands up? Vasanas. We have hundreds of vasanas. So we go to God and say, give me this, give me that. Purna karo. And we have a photo of God that is blessing, lelo. Eyes open. Eyes open is Jagrita Avastha. Open to the world. Open to Maya. Open to karma. So there is a Shiva that is in action. Action on what? Action on Maya. There is a Shiva who destroys. Destruction is work. Karma hai na. So destruction, kiska destruction? World. What is world? Jagat mithya hum bol rahe, Maya. So why are you destroying the world? Because the world is real. Jagat mithya. Then only you can get involved in the destruction process also. Which Ramana is telling very carefully. Forget destruction of your karmas. Forget destruction of your vasanas, tendencies and this and that, complaints and all these things. You abide in the self. Because when you abide in the self, there is no world. When there is no world, what is there to destroy? So that Shiva, which is with the eyes closed, for him there is no world. There is nothing to destroy. And when the Shiva opens the eyes, there is so much to create. The world is created. The world is maintained. The world has to be destroyed. All these action come. This is all under the doership. So the moment you open eyes, there is a lot of work. That is why Shiva is telling the closed eye Shiva, who is telling Parvati, Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, give up everything. There's nothing to do, no meditation to do, no sadhanas to do, no chakras to meditate upon, no God sitting in the petals of those chakras. Give it all up, give up all the Pitra Tarpana, give up all the Pradosham, give up all the running to the holy dips in the water. Give up all these ideas of gods. Give up all your gods. Shiva is telling that very clearly. Devi Kalutras. Refer again to Devi Kalutra and Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. Give it up. He's telling who? The closed eye Shiva. Then why did you give it? I gave it because who gave it? The open eye Shiva. Because there is world. Now the world maintenance. Drama aa gaya, illusion aa gaya. Then you have to enter as an actor there and get all these things. Who the avatars and all are who? They are the open eyes of Shiva. Different avatars coming to play games. There is a illusionary game. So, like we come, many characteristics come in this. So we put ourselves in trouble. We create all the stupidities. We create all the troubles. And then once in a while, another character has to jump inside to clean the mess. That is avatara. The game in the game. So he tells Parvati asks, then why did you create it? I gave it for the Brahman Buddhis, the people who are stuck. For them, they will not understand all these things. They are in the game. They are very serious in the game. I'm the body. So they need a body god. They need a body guru. Because they are very serious with their roles. They feel they are the actors. So they need actors. They need guru actors. Gurus also are actors only. Another role they are playing as saviors. Who needs actors who are very serious with their acting? इसलिए बोल रहा है एक्टिंग से उठो, विटनेस में जाओ, दृष्टाभाव में जाओ. एक्टिंग में एक्टर बन के क्यों बैठना है? आई एम टेलिंग, टिल द टाइम यू आर नॉट रेडी टू गिव अप योर रोल्स, टू मच इन दैट, मैं, मेरा बच्चा, मेरा पोता, मेरा पोती, मेरा जगत, मेरा नौकर, मेरा चाकर, मेरा धंधा, मेरा घर. स्ट्रॉन्ग आनव मल. फॉर सच पीपल मंत्र जाप करो. ये नहीं है, डायरेक्ट पाथ नहीं है. Because until you are not ready to give up this I, this world will be very real to you, and you cannot just understand. Even if you are told this jnana, you will have a question mark, you will have a doubt, you will have a fear. That is why people run. When I talk these things, people just run away from me. उनको लगता है कि कहीं ये कुछ बम्बारी फोड़ रहा है कहीं से, तो अपना लाके प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है. प्रोडक्शन नहीं बेटा, आपका ही है, आपका ही शास्त्र. दैट इज व्हाई आई एम टेकिंग द नेम्स ऑफ द डॉक्यूमेंट्स. गो एंड स्टडी इट. हिम्मत है तो करो, नहीं तो रहो भ्रमित रहो. बट देन यू शुड नॉट सिट एंड कंप्लेन, मुझे मोक्ष नहीं मिल रहा, मुझे मुक्ति नहीं मिल रहा, भगवान कहाँ है. So are you getting the whole thing? The whole thing is about the other side. The Shiva with the eyes open, it is involved in all this. Now you define what kind of Shiva poster you want in the house. You will come to know by that only. The way you put these posters, you will come to know what tendency. You just look around, you just look at people from top to bottom, you will come to know the state of consciousness. You look at their surroundings, you will come to know their state of consciousness. कहाँ अटके वो सब आप बता सकते हो. गले में जितने ऑर्नामेंट्स है अब पता चलेगा आपको, कितने यंत्र तंत्र में सब फैला के रखे. ये यंत्र बचाने के लिए डालते हैं ना गले में. किसको बचाने के लिए? आणव मल को नहीं, वो कर्म मल तक. यू आर प्रोटेक्टिंग द फॉल्स आइडेंटिटी. अच्छे से अच्छे लोग देखोगे आप, शरीर जो मिथ्या है वो बोलने के लिए प्रवचन होता है. शरीर मिथ्या है लेकिन गले में सारे रहेंगे यंत्र तंत्र मंत्र. डर है कहीं खो ना जाए. वो सॉन्ग याद है मुझे, एक बार गाया था. कहीं निकल न जाए, कहीं निकल न जाए मेरे बॉडी से प्राण रे. ये we have to understand these things. These are all our own insecurities, our reflections. We have to reflect on all these things, on why I am doing what I am doing. What are these for? I'm not saying these are not useful. I'm not saying these are not handy. These are all handy, but at a certain point, when you are in the Anvopaya methods, when आपकी चिति, आपकी जो consciousness है, उस अवस्था में, when it is very gross, ये सब चीजें पल्ले ही नहीं पड़ता. Whatever we are talking, ये सब समझ में नहीं आता. People still tell, I can't understand. Ramana हमारे what teachings I, निसर्गदत्त महाराज क्या बोलते रहते हैं लोग पता नहीं. लाइक वाइक करते रहते हैं, क्या समझ में नहीं आता. मुझे तो कुछ भी समझ नहीं आता. That is because of this. Too much of rigidity, too much of ego, body consciousness, too much of this illusion, I, me, मैं, मेरा, ये सब बहुत strong है. So the karma is affecting, their mind is affecting, they are depressed, they are stuck in it. We can't get rid of the whole thing because there's too much of impurities, too much of load. So for them, these sadhanas are priceless. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not telling that they are useless. They are useless for people who have raised their consciousness to a certain level. But for people who are still stuck, they are lifesavers. Why can I say? Because I've been through all that. I know they work. They have tremendous power. Mantra has given tremendous powers. When somebody is scared, for example, किसी को डर है मैं मर ना जाऊं, मुझे मरने का डर हो रहा है. I am scared. There is some kind of fear always in me. day and night. Something, I don't know, but fear is there. Such people, you cannot give Atma Gyan. You cannot give Brahma Gyan. You cannot talk Ramana's teachings to them. It is impossible because they have different problem. And that problem is real to them because they have taken this world as very real. The body is very real. That you cannot tell them, chhod do. So at that time, what you tell them? Do Mahamrityunjay Japa. Jap karo. Because at that time, no Gyan will help. They have to change the vibrations in their mind. There is a strong vibration of fear in their mind. So you have to use some strong technique, weapon to destroy that negative vibration. And that weapon is a positive vibration, Mahamrityunjay mantra. So keep on doing Om Trambakam Jamahi Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukami Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshamam Data. Keep on remitting. You do it and see it works. Because I've done all these things. Do it deeply in awareness and within minutes you'll get relief. Why? It has annihilated that mantra, that vibration of the mantra is annihilated. So these kind of methods, yantra, tantra, mantra, is sub powerful hai at that level of consciousness and masses need it. ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि it's not needed. It's needed. Shiva only is telling, no, I have given it. Everything is Shiva's under that radar only. But what I am talking, that's why I said I am talking to a certain group of people. I am not talking to these masses. That's what I said. I am not interested in convincing any of these masses that this is true. If it doesn't appeal, I know you are not in that frequency. You continue what you're doing. Don't escape that. You need that. But by the power of whatever you do, sadhana, practice, whatever you do, एक स्थिर पे, एक level पे, when mind gets purified by all these wrong vibrations and everything starts setting right, मन जब शुद्ध होना शुरू हो जाता है, निर्मल होना शुरू हो जाता है, then suddenly your mind will become free. And now you will have a deeper quest. अंदर से एक गहरा क्वेश्चन आपका आना शुरू हो जाता है. Now you will not have interest automatically in going to temples, running to churches and burning candles and diyas and doing homas, havans and yantra puja. ना कोई मंत्र में आपका भी मन लग रहा है. It is not that वो खराब हो गया. Now you don't need it because you have risen. तो now अण्वोपाय level के methods अभी आप पे काम नहीं करेगा. Now शाक्तोपाय will begin. That is all mind level now. This is all physical. ये सब देखो, पूजा करना, कर्मकांड करना, हवन करना, all this is physical. Now as you become sukshma, you will get interest in shaktopaya. That is the mind level. That is where shifting into awareness begins. यहाँ पे अण्वोपाय के बात ही नहीं करते हैं लोग. There is no talk here. So all the people who enter here into shifting into awareness platforms are the people who have finished that yatra, either just janma or that janma anvopaya ka, and they are moving into shaktopaya or above that. They will have automatic affinity to these kind of practices. इनको अभी physical नहीं चाहिए. इनको बैठ के intellect से काम करना है. Intellect is shaktopaya, opening. So here we begin with all Shaktopaya. Jitne bhi webinars we do, retreats we do, all these courses are all Shaktopaya. There is no Anvapaya. All mind and awareness wala kaam hai idhar. And everybody cannot do it just with the mind. Some people need to run around. Fere marna hai, dubkyan lagana hai. It's all needed. Do it. So is it that once I'm doing the Shaktopaya, I should not look at that? No, I don't say that. I'm only telling you don't need it. But if at all you need one or two, if you feel like, that means वो है बाकी, जाके करो उसको पूरा. If you're doing this awareness practices and suddenly you feel, no, I should go to Arunachala and do Girivallam, go and do it. Something is remaining there. The inner grace is calling you to finish some Shuddhikarana at that level. Go and do it. That is why in Ramana's teachings, past 2-3 days, what are we hearing? Ramana is not Kattarpanthi or Nahi. Somebody asks, non-veg or veg? He says, somebody asks, is non-veg okay? He says, it is not okay for beginners. See the answer, very wise. कट्टरपंथी होता है कि करना नहीं करना, this is sin, this is punya, merits. Here you'll see always he is going according to one's nature. Not good for beginners. Not advised, he says. It is not advised for beginners. Because beginners' mind, body needs to be very vigilant and disciplined. So disciplines are needed. Yam, Niyam, Patanjali Yoga Sutras. That is needed. So it comes under discipline. Aise karna, aise nahi karna. The beginners, they need it. But once you rise above all these things, then you are beyond all these things. These things don't affect. It is not based, your life, your spirituality, your liberation is not based on these things. कि गले में यंत्र पहनना है या मंत्र जाप सुबह शाम करना है, सुबह का पाठ करना ही है, सुबह ऑफर जल टू सूर्य देवता करना ही है, और every Tuesday, every Monday I have to go to a temple. Your life is not based on all these things. In the start, yes, discipline, too much of chaos. But once mind is becoming peaceful and clear and pure, then it goes and investigates on higher things. ये सब चीजों में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है उसको. Veg खाना है, non-veg खाना है, it's not into all that. So everything, if it is affecting you, don't. Simply the rule, the general rule is that way. If it is not affecting you, fine. And everybody's prakriti is different. You cannot impose teachings, general teachings on everyone. That is why I refute I desist the cult system. Cult system is bunch of teachings thrown on everybody, same thing. One practice, do it. Everybody has to do the same practice. I disagree. In that multitude, prakritis are different. Somebody might need it, somebody might not need it. So when you're imposed on it, that is why people get fed up after some time. It is not working for you, but you're imposed. करना ही है. अरे मन नहीं कर रहा मेरा. मन इसलिए नहीं कर रहा because you are above it. Then you should be given something what suits you, but there is nothing there. The general rule है करना ही है. You put up people in a room and you impose them. After some time they'll get fed up. There's no freedom. There's nothing that's happening for them. Maybe it's happening for their neighbor, but it's not happening for them. That is why the cult systems, after some time, suffocation happens. Because it is not individuality based. Because basically it is impossible to do that in a cult. When you have thousands and lakhs of people, how are you going to individually cater? That is why I believe in smaller group better than mass impositions. It will lose its thrill. So it is needed. If it is the call, that is needed. That's what Ramana is telling. If his teachings I just love because there is so much of unconditional love here. Unconditional love means I will not impose something on you. I don't make rules. I don't force you. If somebody sits in front of Ramana and disagrees, he will give him the right to agree to disagree. He will never convince him. I tell this often, right? Somebody came and told him about his problem, and he simply told him this direct method. Ye karo, contemplate on this. Hey, that's all? That will solve my problem? Hey, you do it. The guy says, no, but I had been to that guru. That guru told me this yoga has to be done. Ramana is quiet. After some time, he says, even that person had gone. They are also advocating in some other this manner. Then are they wrong? And Ramana is quiet. Because now he knows he has gone into an analytical mind, useless area. Where the attention should be, he's not there. Aanav Mal is directly pointing. Usko finish karo. I said, no, you are the problem. You are there, all the problems will come. So he is telling you to clear that problem. But he is not ready. He is interested still in the objects. Why? Because his Aanav, this Karma Mala and Maya Mala is very strong. So he is interested in that karma. Doing. He's telling non-doing it. But he's telling, no, that Guru told me to do yoga. Do. What can Ramana say there? Quiet. He will never even tell, then do it. He will not even tell, don't do it. He simply gave the remedy. Pucha ek prashna, what is the solution? He gave the solution. Then he is unconditional. You want, you accept it, you don't want. That's also fine. He is back into his blissful state. Half an hour he sits or whatever time, and then he gets no answer. Guru has got quiet. He gets up and goes. Then somebody, devotee, asks, he is such a nice person. He comes regularly here. Why did you not answer? I'm disappointed. Ramana said at that time, how much ever you talk, there is no use. Let him go and experience and realize by his own. If I tell him, he's not going to listen. I told what I had to tell. If he has faith, he would have done it. But he doesn't have faith in me. He has faith in his own theories and what the world is telling. So let him go and experience. When he, out of experience, only learns, then he will understand what I said. And that is why Ramana said, anywhere you go, whatever you do, you have to ultimately come here only. Come here means not at his feet, not at his ashram, not at Arunachala. He's not telling everybody will come here. He is telling ultimately you will come to this truth only. Aanav Mal, you have to come. जितना भी कर्म मल की बात करो, माया मल की बात करो, अंत में आपको आनव मल आके मिटाना ही पड़ेगा. So he said, there's no point talking. Let them realize by experience. And that I very strictly follow. That precious teaching. No imposition on anybody. Tell what has to be told. If it is in your experience, you tell. But if somebody takes it, leaves it, it's upon them. Their wish. Who are we to tell people? So I talk to a very limited crowd. The crowd that is ready to listen and not believe. To listen and explore what I say. We don't want believers here. I'm not telling believe me, trust me. Whatever I say, you have to believe me. I never say that. I give you practices. Whenever I'm telling any teaching, I'll tell you to explore this, do this. You will explore. You explore yourself. By your own experience, realize, then you will make progress. So that also is needed. So Ramana is that way. He's not Kattarvadi. He's not a fanatic. He'll not do this and that. Nobody will bind. Nobody will tell to be here or not be here. Even all the people who came, they had the freedom to move in and out. No abiding rules. That freedom comes from unconditional love. That's why I said very few people are there on the planet. Unconditional love is not so easy. So should I do this? Should I don't do it? Ramana never advocated do it. Don't do it. See, somebody asked him in the first question, day of yesterday, what did he ask? Should I follow the idol worship? Murti puja karna hai kya? He said, if you feel like, do it. Khatam. There is no general who don't do it. What appeals to you, you must do, because there it is coming from your consciousness. Where am I right now? And there is a reason for it. Somebody asked him, you say Guru is, you are not the Guru, you are not the this, myself only is the Guru. So you, the Ramana, is not the Guru. Your inner self is the Guru. God, Guru and self is the same. But still, when I look at you, I feel you are only my Guru. His disciple, his devotee is telling, how can I get rid of this? Why am I not understanding that the self only is the Guru? He said that is because you have taken that body seriously. So what we are talking here, Aanav Mal, personality, individuality is very strong. So when you believe that I am the body, you have to believe your Guru is the body. Simple. If you are fully, that I told you, the problem is here. What you perceive is what you perceive outside. If you have a body, you feel, this body is me, you feel, your Guru is the body, you will feel 100%. And your God also is a body. You'll give nama rupa to that. Oh, he looks like this, he's that way, he's this way. And then you create all the kind of diagrams and images about your God, your perceptions. You project it according to your vasanas. How I feel, my concept, I project it outside. So if I have strength in my body, look at all these things. If I'm a muscular person, I've told this before also, if meri vasana meri body ka hai, and I'm a gym guy, I want to build up my muscles and keep that 8 packs, 20 packs and whatever. My God also will have 20 packs there, 8 packs. You see, Shiva will be muscular. Biceps was of dole, shole, Shiva will be full. It is my vasana. I am projecting that and I am creating an image of what. So as me, my God, Nisargadatta Maharaj is telling. If you are not there, there is no God. You are there. So you means what? You, the body, whatever you feel strongly, that type will be your guru, that type will be your body, your God. So Ramana said very clearly. Because you feel you are the body, you will surely feel your guru is the body. See the whole identity kidhar hai? Mere par hi hai. So what is the solution? Simple solution. Today's satsang is you rise in awareness. All these practices will brilliantly take you out of. It is not easy to think, huh? Oh, itna hi hai. Okay, from tomorrow morning I'll start thinking I'm not the body. Try it. So we have so many practices, so many different kind of modules and webinars and things like that. If you induce those practices, slowly you'll start rising. You start living in your divine presence. If you want this to understand I am divine presence, there is a course, Living in Divine Presence. Extensive. You can do that. You'll understand what it is. So when you live in presence, your guru is a presence, my dear. You live in the body, your guru is a body, my dear. Your God is a body. Automatically you will become a murti, idol. So that's why when somebody asks Ramana, should I do murti puja? He says, if that seems right to you. Means if you are in the body consciousness, you will feel the murti only, then you worship, no problem. But when your body consciousness is, you have risen, that murti will lose its significance. You will go on the consciousness. How brilliant that answers are. So that's why I love Ramana so much, because this is one place, I'll end it. This is one place where my soul found peace, solace, and all the answers. तृप्त हो गया. विचलित था मैं कई सालों से, because the whole thing was not coming. But when I came to Arunachala, grace of Arunachala, which is Shiva, I told you, so that Shiva Tattva which is there, Arunachala, uska hi khel hai, uska hi game hai. So we are all in the game, very seriously taking this body as the game, and we are in the game. We are playing the game very real. We are no more actors. We have become the actors. We have become that personality. So Shiva says, I, this light. I'm talking about Arunachala. He takes the form of this hill. He condenses the light. When the frequency is denser, the light turns into solid matter. That is what becomes the hill there. That is there in the Puranas. The science behind that is that. And where he's telling in Arunachala Puranam that I, for my devotees, for the love of my devotees, I will take the form of this hill, Arunachala, and be here. So Kailasha is the abode, they say, is the home of Shiva, but Arunachala is Shiva himself. That light condensed into that. So he is the Jagrat healer sitting there. Why? He said, because I love you. Because people are in the game, so he has to play the game now. So he becomes the game now. See? And another game is Ramana. और एक actor को प्रस्तुत करो. Because all dramas are going, every bodies are running around very seriously. So they will not listen to the higher tattvas. They are all body people, so they need a body guru. Here is Ramana. That is Shiva Leela. Ramana को प्रकट किया वहां पे. So Shiva is talking through Ramana. Ramana is the voice of Shiva, Vaikari. Because we cannot hear Shiva's voice. Shiva's voice is always within us. Paravani. But हम उस स्थिति में नहीं पहुंचे. मध्यमा नहीं पहुंचे. पश्यंती नहीं पहुंचे. Vaikari, yes. Vaikari is ye sunna sunana. So when we are in Vaikari, we need a Vaikari guru. So Ramana comes, and those are the moments he is a Vaikari talking to people so that they understand that language. Shiva's plan only to bring the Paravani, the Vani of the Parashiva through Vaikari and give it to the people so that people understand. Body people है ना, body देख के मेरा गुरु है बोलेंगे, गुरु के ऊपर विश्वास करेंगे, and they will listen to it. So that's how they connect to that guru, and they listen to the gross teaching because they are gross. So Shiva implants a gross personality, gross guru called Ramana, and through him he is speaking. That's called the unconditional love of Shiva. ठीक है, आपके भीतर में नहीं सुनाई दिया, ठीक है, मैं उस स्पीकर से सुनाता हूं आपको. I will listen, I will reach you through whatever you identify with. You can see a murti, I'll come through the murti and help you. So the whole yatra is to become Paravani, to rise to that. Vaikari se Madhyama, Madhyama se Pashyanti, Pashyanti se Paravani. Arunachala is pure Paravani. The day we reach to that state, that is Ramana. You can see Ramana is operating from Paravani, Pashyanti, Madhyama, and even Vaikari. Very less Vaikari. Kam bhashan dete the. Most of the time he used to be in Paravani. So in Paravani also, jitne bhi disciples, whoever had come to that consciousness would come and just sit around him, and the transfer of knowledge in silence, Dakshinamurti, Paravani, that also used to happen. Shiva only. So all kind of people are there in Ramanashram. All kind of devotees came there, disciples came there. Depending on, we are also that only. Some of us are Vaikari, Madhyama, Pashyanti, some are Paravani also. They can sit silently there also. So it will give you that step by step process. Is the Guru Tattva. Dakshinamurti Tattva hai Arunachala. And Shiva. Shiva in the Guru form is known as Dakshinamurti. That is why Ramana is known as Dakshinamurti Swarupa. So today I just extended a little more because I wanted to cover up this topic, because I am going to put this on YouTube so that everybody benefit. And I didn't go much deeper into some experiences because this is going into YouTube. I don't want to put any of those kind. So if somebody has to experience it directly, learn these things even deeper, the methods and things like that, then you have to join this, which is there here, shiftingtoawareness.com/join. You can come. Very few crowd comes here, the Shaktopaya people and the Shambhavopaya is, I'll not talk now. Shambhavopaya is just doing Ravani states. For that, Shaktopaya is to clear. So we are all here maximum doing Shaktopaya. So that we come to that level 3, where we don't have to do anything. Just sit and be. Just be. And things happen. But that is when we are completely empty. Right now, we are in the process of emptying whatever is left in the mind. Chitta Akasha. Okay? So we end this session today. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we all be blessed. May we all evolve. May we all be free. Padhuta Chintana Shri Gurudev Datta. Arunachala Shiva.